Hey everybody, I wanted to give an update on the Sculpto 2 printer that I picked up a couple weeks ago. Still really loving this thing, so I thought I'd kind of give an honest feedback on how I've enjoyed it so far. So far I've printed a lot with this thing. This thing is a tiny workhorse that is awesome. I'm going to point out in this video a couple things that I've had issues with, a couple things that have worked pretty well, and kind of show the instructions because some people had questions. So I will jump into what comes in the box first, okay? So let me get this card out. And as you can see, I am printing off a little figure right now. So in the box, this is your quick start guide. Okay, first thing you want to do, download the Sculpto app. It is available on iOS and available on Android. Go through the start guide. In the box, you should have the printer, the build plate, the filament samples, a holder, a user manual, which is essentially a big fold-out piece, power supply, and the toolkit. Toolkit is really simple. It's an Allen wrench and it's a little hex screwdriver. Like I can focus? Nah, I can't. Okay. So first thing you want to do, place the printer on a flat surface. Okay. Which I've used a desk here. Again, sorry for my really crowdy, gross desk, but it's been used for years of craft. So then you want to plug it in, place your build plate, which is this. This is magnetic, the build plate. Okay, so you're going to basically put that on, and you can tell when it's on, it locks into place, and you should be able to rotate it 360 degrees. Then you want to turn the printer on. Okay, the printer is going to flash yellow, which is the light under here. Okay, and at that point, you are ready to start the setup. If you have the app installed, you will follow these instructions down here. Okay, up here, this is just the instructions for building the filament holder, which I have right here. And I will say, make sure to take the plastic liner off, or else these parts up here will snap. I did not on the one side, and my part snapped, so I've now just kind of left it on. But I did read a bunch of people that said don't do that after I did it. So first thing you want to do, download the app. Then you're going to basically follow the instructions for the Wi-Fi setup. It is really simple. And then at that point, you want to calibrate the z-axis. Now that happens in the app. In the app itself, in the kind of upper left corner, you're going to see a little gear wheel. That's where you do things like load filament, send STL files for things that aren't on Thingiverse, calibrate your z-axis, do your emergency stops, stuff like that happens there. Okay? If you don't have a Thingiverse account, make one prior and don't use the app to do it, because the problem that I ran into was I tried to create it through the app and it wouldn't do it. And then basically at that point it got like stuck in a loop, and I actually had to email them for support, and they said, "Oh, this happens, easy peasy fix." So how to install the build plate? Again, you're going to take it and line it up with the three little dots. Make sure that you can turn it. The filament should be coming out like you see on pattern A, okay? And basically they kind of give you this to kind of show you like, hey, here's how to tell if you're working or not, okay? Back here, this tells you how to adjust your z-axis, okay? So I'm going to just let it sit on here for a minute in case you're actually needing help with this, or you bought this secondhand and you don't have it. It's really incredibly easy. It walks you right through how to do everything, okay? Some of the pros and cons I like of this printer is, one, the filament. Dude, it's super brightly colored. Like, I've got all these. Okay? I'm using this cool copper color right now. I've got a white, I've got a black, a couple other shades of green, a blue. It's really vibrant. And I've even got a gold. I haven't messed around with that yet, but I will. Second thing I like, it is very easy to use. Once you have the filament loaded, okay, onto the reel, you're going to just feed it in through the back here, okay, like that. You'll see that little gear wheel turn. You'll see the filament go up through the hose and out the nozzle, and off you go, okay? It is really that simple. So that is all done through the change filament button, though, which is in that gear wheel that I talked about a little bit ago. That direction is not explicitly clear in the instructions. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are actually doing the eat filament the first time. It's going to try and back out nothing, and that's okay. It shouldn't back out anything. If it does, it might just be left over from the factory. I'm not really sure. So I've now set up 3 of these, and I've yet to actually have something. Sorry, I had a little tiny hair there. One of mine. I'm old. It happens. But I've not had any issues with this. And there goes my cat Leroy right through the frame. Because why wouldn't he want to be on YouTube? So, anyways, a couple things that I have had happen. Okay, the copper filament that I have here. You can see this large divot right there, right? What happened was, it came off the reel, okay? Came in through here, and it bent at like a 90-degree angle right there for some reason on the back of the head, okay? And it couldn't load, and this gear essentially just sat there grinding on the filament. Now, when it did that, it made it too weak to fully load, and then it snapped. Snapped in the housing. The back part was where the bend actually was. So that was kind of a mess, because I had to take the screwdriver and pop these 3 screws off. And when you do, there's like a spring, like right here, that pushes directly into this gear wheel. So your plastic comes through and it's basically sandwiched between these 2 right here, and then out. Okay, and that was kind of a pain to do. Other than that, the app itself is very easy to use. Okay, the weird things that I've had happen with the app are very minimal. Sometimes the app just starts flashing black and white on Android. It has yet to do it anywhere else for me, but and then sometimes the app is just not really exactly clear what you need to do when doing stuff like calibrating the Z-axis, or when you're changing filaments, because it does take a while to do, but it's, for as not clear as it is, it's also super easy. Like, you'll figure it out just kind of looking at it, or you can leave a comment here if you get stuck with something, because I have had a few times where I've changed the filament, I'll see it actually loaded all the way through here, and it must not be all the way into the head, because I'll start the print and it'll be off, okay? So like, I just changed this out, and you can kind of see the little dent there. That was where the filament wasn't necessarily out, and then it wound up with a glob right there when putting down the initial raft. But beyond there, I've had pretty good luck with this thing. I have been printing ear savers for my local teachers, and have put, I'm getting close to like 100 hours on this thing. But yeah, so I'm going to let it just kind of sit here for a while, and we'll show you some more of how it actually prints. You can kind of see the support structure that it's putting inside. This is on a fine detail. So the copper is just really cool. I like this color a lot, I have to say. So yeah, if you have questions on this printer, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll put some more videos up with this. I'll put a finished product of this, because it's got about an hour left, and we'll put some kind of other videos of this printer going up on this channel. So thanks for watching.